Hey everyone, how's it going? So, what am I working on now? I have a 2019 Volkswagen Passat, and a customer brought it in and said they have a check engine light on for a transmission concern. Okay. So, weird thing with Volkswagens, and I don't know why they do this. 2019 and newer, if you're going to scan them for codes, they want you to have the hood unlatched. Not sure why, but they tell you to unlatch the hood before you can scan the codes. You may be able to use a regular OBD, code reader to do that, but to actually get into the systems and do code readings, yeah, they want the hood unlatched. No idea why. Anyway, I ran a code scan on this. Let's see what we wound up with. So here, if you look, you'll see ECM has 2 codes. TCM has no codes. There's the check engine light. It's got 86,000 miles on it. All right, so what are the actually, let's do this. Let's make a report first. Sorry, I know I got a glare there. Come on. There we go. Save. Share. Sending it to the shop. All right, so that's been sent to the shop. So professional report, here we go. Engine electronics. As you see, transmission electronics says nothing. Gives you, on these, they give you the part number for the ECM, the software version, the hardware part number, hardware version, system description, all this other happiness that we don't need. But you probably need it if you had to do like reprogramming or something like that, or want to know if it's up to date. So here's the codes. P19A000, P19A200. Transmission coolant valve open circuit, short circuit to B+. Usually that means the ground side is not complete. Meaning there's probably a broken wire. Could be whatever that coolant valve is. I have a funny feeling it's some kind of a thermostatic control for the transmission. That's what I think it is. And I don't think this thing's had a problem with it being stuck closed or anything like that, because I would think in that situation that you would have a transmission over temperature code too. Whenever it reads short to voltage or open, usually that means the control for it is the ground side from the PCM, meaning it sees power going out and then it's controlled by ground. Ground makes it open or close. So it's like a light bulb. If you put power to one end, it goes into the light bulb around the filament and then out. If you were to measure at the point before you ground it, you'll have power. So it basically means it's shorted to power until you ground it. Once you ground it, then the filament will light up. Follow what I'm saying? So I don't think there's an actual issue there, but I'm going to take this thing for a ride. I just want to see what the transmission feels like. I don't think I'm going to have any kind of an issue, only because there's no codes in the transmission. There's no codes anywhere else. And I really don't 100% understand what that code is. So I'm going to take it for a ride. I just want to see what it feels like. I wonder if this is an actual automatic, or if this is a clutched, automatically controlled manual transmission. It's an automatically controlled manual transmission. I could feel it. Most people couldn't tell the difference, but I can tell the difference. Right away, actually. And the way they shift. Automatics have a very smooth shift. These automatically controlled manuals, they feel like you're shifting a manual almost. You kind of have that like, where most automatics don't. It's just kind of like, You understand what I'm saying? All right, let me just take this thing for a road test and see what it does. So underneath the hood here, I got access to that valve itself, and it is what I thought it was. It's basically it's supposed to actually raise the temperature of the transmission fluid. I guess to get it up to operating temperature, and it's supposed to hold it there. Basically, it's a thermostat type of control system, and it uses a pump, and it uses engine coolant. So let me show you. So what I'm doing here is I have the actual pump itself. I have 2 wires going into it because I'm checking the resistance, and the resistance is 19 ohms.
and it's calling for a specified value of 9 to 30. So it's right within spec, so that's fine. So that's good. So now the next step is we're going to check the actual connector and see if we have a broken wire possibly or whatever. And we're going to have to go from there. It could be a controller, who the heck knows. So now my next step is I have to check for powers and I have to check for grounds. So here we have power, so it tells me with the key on I have power because I have the other end of the meter going to ground. So now I got to check the other end to see if it has ground. So hang on a second. Now here I actually reversed my leads here, and the reason I did that was so the meter didn't show a negative, it just shows a regular voltage reading. As you see, like I have positive going here because this is positive. So I'm going into the ground side of the connector, and I have 8 volts. If the ground side was good, it should show battery voltage. It's not showing battery voltage. So now the next step is, where is the problem? Is the problem in the PCM? Could be. Problem in the wiring? Could be. I'm going to have to look at a wiring diagram just to see if there's any splices or whatever, because I got a funny feeling the ground is probably controlled by the PCM. It's not telling me to actuate the pump, so I'm assuming it should be on at all times. At least that's what I'm guessing. So, or the valve should be open at all times, whatever, when the key is on. It's not telling me to do anything specific. So let me go and look at this a little further. Okay, actually reading further into this, it's possible that that is a correct reading on the ground side. Don't know yet. It wants me to disconnect the PCM and actually check the resistance of the wire going to there. The other thing too is it says it right here. It says tip. The transmission coolant valve, that thing that I'm checking, may fail under load operation. Please swap in a known good transmission control valve. Yeah, it actually says that. Let me show you. And here, there's this tip right there. Please swap in a known good transmission coolant valve prior to continuing with the next step. What shops are going to have those laying around? Yeah, we have a known good one laying around. Come on. What kind of test is that? That's a bunch of baloney right there. That tells me that they're known for failure. So, I don't know. Let me see how far this customer wants to go, because I may want to get to the PCM and disconnect it and just ohm out that wire. This way I know for sure, is that wire good or is that wire got an issue? So I got a funny feeling this valve is probably no good considering there's no other codes. I doubt very highly it's got a wiring issue, but you never know. Still could have a PCM issue, but I'm going to lean more towards, at this point, educated guess, I'm going to lean more towards that valve being no good. But let's just talk to the customer and see exactly what they want to do here. All right, so the customer actually didn't want to go any further. They actually decided that they wanted to just get a valve and put a valve in. Nobody has one. Nobody has one in stock. We're not going to see that till next week. So may as well just end this video here. But that tells you something too. If it's something that's available and nobody has it, normally something like that means that it's a part that gets replaced a lot. Okay, so I hope you heard that. But yeah, so we ordered the part. It'll be here next week. I already gave the car back to the customer. I put it back together for them. But yeah, so this is what happens. But it's just weird. Obviously you're going through the testing and it tells you to put in a known good part before continuing. That kind of tells you that's a known failure. So, all right. Well, this is what it is. What are we going to do? All right, guys. I hope you got something out of that. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.